Welcome to Visual Basic Train Ticketing System. I'm just going to show you guys how this system works. If you select maybe first class, return, add or select your destination, and this is what happens. You can see that from a port of departure. Okay, you see that right there. We have adult here, and destination, the cost of the fare, ticket reference number, time, date, and the route. And here you have the subtotal, the tax, and the total. Okay, let's see how the system here works. You can always select to enable the calculator. Just check the price of the ticket, or you can just enter maybe 6, which means you're buying ticket for 6 passengers. Click on calculate. So once you click on calculate, and that's what you get the price for 6. So what I'll do next is to take you guys straight into Visual Basic development environment where we put one together. Okay, let's go into VB now. This is Visual Basic.net train ticketing systems. So I'm just gonna click on OK now and just start the whole development of the interface. Now I have my form there, so I might as well just select the property and define my form. So maybe just enter in there train ticketing systems, and let's go for 1020 by 500 there, and maybe make that 550. Yeah, that's about right. And the next thing is let's set the start position, make that string center, and the back color, let's go for black. Back color, let's set it for black here. Yep, black will do. And now we need the following. Let's get some group box into it. Group box right here. Must have just passed one. Yeah, got one here. And change the back color of that very group box. Let me just, yeah, that's about right. Or go for control. Yeah, that's more like it. I'm gonna need a couple of these group box. Just copy. Need 1, 2 here and 1 right here. Okay. So it's looking more like it. I think I may have to extend this form. Let's see how it's gonna look like. That's too small, so I'm gonna need something of about this. Yeah, okay. So let's come back here and redefine the size of this. Maybe go for 300. This will be about 600. So, and let's run it again and see. Okay, maybe a little bit more. There's 7. All right, that's looking more like it. Okay, if that is 700 plus, so let's change this to 6, 8. All right, and this one maybe take that too. Okay, I think I'm gonna settle for, I'll settle for this. That's good enough for me. So let's start by modifying this group box. The first place, I'm just gonna delete the text content of this group box. They're all gone. So on this very one, this will be where my title will be. Okay, just move it there. That's about right. All right, I didn't need label there. Let's get a label there, right there. Label. Yeah, there we go. We have a label there. Let's change the size of that label to maybe 72. That's fine. That's my label there, 72. And change the text content of that very label. I'm going to change that to train ticketing systems there. Okay, let's see how it's looking. That's fine. Maybe one more label, just add that here, and that label would be for my, let me enter letter R in there, change the size. You can, if you notice, I've entered letter R in there. Change the size to maybe 72 as well. Move it up. Now change the font style. Let's change the font style to Winging. There we go. Now I want the train. Yep, there we go. And that is my logo right there. You see, letter R will give you the design of a train track actually. Okay, provided you select Wiggins right here, the text will be letter R. So that is fine. Now let's just see how it looks. Move this up a little bit. Yeah, that's cool. Now if I run it, this is how my system is looking right now. You can see my logo right there. Okay, so let's go, guys. Now the next thing is I'm going to need a couple of objects here. Move this here, and this will come right here. I think I'm going to need one more of these here. Just come right down and just enlarge that and bring it down right there. Repeat exactly the same thing for these two objects. Okay, bring them down and about that, and this very one goes right down. Okay, we now need a couple of labels here. I need a label there. Change the font size of that very label. Let's change that to maybe 20. Okay, that's fine. And just copy it across. I'm going to need a couple of those. That's 2, 3, 5. Okay, now change this to class. The next one, change the title to ticket type, and the next one will be adult. We have a child here, child, and here we have destination. That is fine. So what I will do now is just speed this up because it's going to take forever if I don't sort of like speed it up. You might start getting bored. So let's, just before that, let me get the following anyway. I need a radio button, a couple of radio buttons here, and 2 of those right here, another 2 here. Yep, the radio buttons are ready. Okay, now here we need a combo box there. So let's speed up this design. Okay, this is how it looks right now if I run it, but we're gonna run into problems if we have to select each individual radio button. So the best thing would be maybe to group it. So, and the only way I can get it grouped is just copy this over. Okay, so let me copy that. I'm gonna need a couple of those. That would be for maybe the very first one. Yeah, that would be for the very first one. Okay, this is how the design looks now. The whole idea is so that I can select any of these options. So these 3 different options belongs to this particular group. You see an option is selected there. I can select another one here, and another one is selected here. That's the whole idea. That's the reason why I've grouped them in a different group box. Okay, let's continue with our interface design. Now here I'm going to add a calculator, tax, and a subtotal with a total right here. So let's get that done now. And here we need a calculator. Let's get a calculator in there. We need a couple of these buttons, yes, of about that size, and just drag and copy across. We need 2 more here. Let's bring it down. 1 there, and maybe 1 here. Drag it across, and drag this across as well. Okay, and here is my equal sign. We have the C right here just to clear it. to be as follows. That will be 1. Change that to 7, 8, and that's the plus sign minus the mode right there. So that's it. Calculator interface is ready. Select it all and move it down a little bit more there. Okay, now we need some labels. Got a label here. Let's change this label to about maybe 12 bold, and I want the following setting to take place. Auto size, force, back color, maybe make that white, and border style fixed symbol there. We need about 4 or 3 of those. 4 actually. That's 2, 3. This very label here will be my display, so let's call that LBL display there, and the text content in there will be 0, align right, center right. Okay, now let's reduce the size of this label a little bit more. Maybe come in here, just make that about 28. Okay, now take it out a little bit. Alright, so that's the label, and these ones will be, that will be LBL subtotal, and this will be LBL tax. This will be LBL total there. Now get rid of the text content in both. Just get rid of them. Alright, so move this here. This will just be for mine. Just extend that of about that size. Alright, undo that. We just want this. We only want to extend this one. Okay, that's about fine. That's total. Tax and subtotal here. There. So if I run it, this is how the interface is looking now. It's coming up. So let's just speed up some development here, then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I finished the design of this interface, and this is how it's looking. Let me just run and show it to you guys. That is my interface, and that's how it looks right now. But nothing works right now. Nothing is working. So let's start with this calculator. Let me just get that out of the way very fast. Okay, so we double click on this calculator, and I'll declare 1 or 2 variables right up there. So my first variable will go up there. So that'll be first number, second number, and the next thing is to enter the following lines of code for button 7. So for button 7, we start by saying if LBL display the text not equals to 0, then LBL display dot text plus equals, let's call that 7. Okay, else LBL display dot text equals 7. This one is this is supposed to be display. So if I run this program now, let's see number 7, what's happening there. Okay, that works as expected. So what I will do next is just speed this up. Just copy this and repeat exactly the same for 8. Just change that to 8. Then repeat the same thing for number 9. Okay, so I will now speed that up and just get back to you guys, but just before then, let me show you what's happening here. That's 9 working, 8 is working, and 7 the same thing. So let's speed this up. Okay, I've finished up with the numbers. That's for 0, 3, 2, that's 6, 5, 4, 9, 8, 7, 1. So the next thing I'll do is I'll now use these variables for my next coding. So if I double click on the plus sign, so let's say num1 equals lbl display dot text, and let's delete the content inside lbl display, or we can just leave 0 there anyway. Dot text equals 0. Okay, then we can then say this variable equals true, and operand itself equals 1. Okay, so that's my very first operator, which is the plus sign, that equals 1. So let's just copy this across, come here, double click on minus or subtraction equals 2, and multiplication equals 3. Then let's go for division. Division will be equals 4, and mode, let's change mode to 5. Okay, so those are the numbers I make reference to when I'm coding my equals. Alright, so the next thing is, let's take care of this first. Double click on that and just enter the following lines of code there. So that is my decimal in place. So the next thing is, let's take care of this, the clear button. Double click on that and just let's change that to 0 anyway. Okay, clear whatever is in there and leave it 0 there. Now calculation, let's use is very equals. So we start by saying if operand selected equals true, then we can say number 2 equals lbl display dot text. Then we say if operand equals 1, then lbl display dot text equals, we need to now add num1 plus num2. So that is the very first part of this calculator. That will take care of the addition. Okay, all we just need to now do is use else if is operator 2, then this becomes minus. Else if is operand 3, that becomes multiplication. Multiply. Now if in here we need to say if this is our operand 2, so we need an else there, else if number 2, that should be number 2 really. If number 2 equals 0, If that's equals 0, then we need to ask the system to display as follow: lbl display dot text equals, let's say, error there. Okay, else lbl display would do as follows. That would be for division. Change that to division, that's fine there. Okay, we need to take care of operator number 4 really. So this should officially be else if the operand is that. Okay, paste that there, that's number 4. Yeah, that's fine. Now, okay, that takes care of all of that. Then we now need operator number 5. Okay, paste this here. If it's number 5, then this become mold. Yeah. Okay, then we now need to, in here, let's make this false. Copy all of this and paste it right here underneath there. Equals false. So hopefully this calculator should work. Let's see now. So we need to try it out. Let's just, yeah, I think it looks all right. So let's try it out and see. Run the program, and let's start by adding up. Yeah, that's fine. Clear. And let's say 15 mode 9. That's correct. Multiply by 2. That's fine. Okay, now let's say 6 divided by 0. Okay, 6 divided by 0. Let's clear it. Okay, we need to check that out. Okay, this error with this very number here, let me just check. I might as well just change this to 5 and change 5 to 4. Okay, let's go back into the equals there. Double click on the equals and see if we can take care of that. So just move this very one. Let's move it right up there, quote, and place it right underneath here. Then change this to 5 and this to 4. Okay, now we have, if it's 4, that's mode, and if it's 5, let that be just an ordinary else statement. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, I'll come to look at this program properly. I think I'm the one making the mistake. Look at it, it's supposed to be second number. Oh dear. Okay, then that's fixed. I really didn't have to change the numbers around, but that's okay. Now let's give that a try and see. Divide by this. Yeah, error, that's fine. So it's working fine. So our division by 0 gives error. Clear. Minus 3 plus 6. Okay, the calculator is now working, so we're back on track. So alright, the next thing is let's populate this destination or the combo box. So let's exit. I'll take care of the exit first. Double click on that and just enter application.exit there. So that's taken care of. Now the combo box, double click on that and let's come in here, double click on the form and just enter. I think it's still called combo box. Could it be combo box 3? That's strange. Let's check. It is combo box 3. Alright, it is combo box tree. Combo box tree dot items dot add. So what we add in this case, we say Oxford. We add in Oxford. Close that. Just copy it across. We need about maybe 4 of those. Okay, one more. And here, let's say we have leads there. Here we have Preston. Maybe we have Kilburn there. And here, yeah, that's fine. Okay, we have Brixton there. Why not? So if I run it, let's run the program and see. And that's it. So we can just select whatever destination we're traveling to. Okay, so let's make that bold anyway. Select that, come in here and just change that to bold. Make it bold, maybe about 16 or 14, that's fine. Run it and see. Yeah, that's cool. Alright, so the next thing now is to start the proper or the serious calculation and just get this one working. Okay, so let's double click on total. Okay, before we start the coding of this total, I think we're going to have to declare some variables or some constants here. So let's say constants Kilburn equals 23.9 and constant Brixton. Let's give that. Okay, now we also need to declare tax. Let's say tax. Let's say tax is constant as well. Yeah, why not? Yeah, it's constant. So 19.7, maybe 19.75. Then let's just declare this total cost. Total cost that. Let's go for double. Okay, I have all my variables in place. Now let's go for the total coding right there. So double click on this and start by saying if combo box tree dot text equals, let's say Kilburn, and radio button standard dot check and radio button, I say single dot checked. Now the other one is, the other possibility is R dot. Okay, we're doing 1, 2, and 3. Okay, and radio button R dot equals checked. Alright, if that is checked, then so we have all of these checked, then in that case we're going to say LBL subtotal equals dot text equals, we need Kilburn equals Kilburn, equals the price of Kilburn, which is the constant right up there. Yeah, as it is in lowercase, equals Kilburn. Okay, now we need total cost. Total cost equals Kilburn multiplied by tax, and we need to then divide that by 100 there, and that is for the tax. Then we need to now say LBL tax dot tax equals total cost. We have the total cost there. Now LBL total itself dot tax, sorry, dot text equals total cost plus kilobon. Yeah. Okay, if we run it, let's see if that will work anyway. And we select just these ones, and this is kilobon in that case. Alright, that's looking good. If you add this to this, yep, that's about right. So double, now I think maybe I'll have to change that to something else. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's looking good. Okay, just to draw your attention to this, let me change those. So let's format the currency. Double click on that and just get the currency formatted. And here you just need to say format that. Okay, let's format this as well. And this one, this right here, let's format that. So if I run it, those excess decimal places should be out of our way now. Okay, that's fine, that's looking good. And we now need to transfer this price here. Okay, let's just go for whatever is in here should go in the other LBL price dot text equals LBL total dot text. There, that's fine. So if I run it, click there, so the price is taken care of. Now we need some, I think it looks fine. Okay, let's see if we can repeat the same thing for the other ones. Else if, in this case there's a lot of conditions here. Else if it's adult, and this is single, the if it's a child, the child is not expected to pay any tax, so the tax will be 0 definitely. So we can always minus this, or just convert that to 0. Okay, for the child, like I said, let's just minus that. Just take a shortcut. So minus this from this, actually, right here. Okay, and that will be the tax. At the end of the day, the tax will become 0. And let's minus all of this as well. Let's subtract all of that from here. Yeah, of course there can be all the different ways you can take care of that, but that will work as well. So if we come here now and just say single adult kilobon, there you get a price there. You add this together, you get that. Supposing it's a child, okay, you see that the child does not have to pay anything and the tax is 0, so that's much better. Okay, now let's repeat exactly the same thing for economy, for standard, return trip, and yeah, that's right. Okay, supposing it is a return trip. Else if it's a return trip for an adult, return trip, instead of single, that becomes a return. Yeah, an adult returning, what will that be? We can always multiply this by 2, the tax by 2 as well. Yeah, let's multiply everything by 2, this by 2, yep, and this, multiply this by 2, that's 2 there. Now whatever we get here, let's multiply that by 2 as well and see what will happen. Okay, let's try this out. That's a return trip, an adult. Let's run it and see. Single, that's standard, return trip, adult, kilobon. So what will that give us? As we multiply that by 2, so if we add this together, this should give us 40 something, about right. So this is wrong. Well, this is the end of tutorial 1, and I'll see you in tutorial 2.